So you want to be a software engineer. Great choice. It's an amazing profession and you will surely learn a ton. But there are some parts that are less glamorous and exciting, and I think it's important that you're aware of them before you jump headfirst into this career. I've had the privilege of being a software engineer for the last 3 summers, and I'll be the first to tell you that I love my job, but it's also not for everyone. And I don't mean that in an exclusive sense, because anyone can learn the skills necessary to be a great engineer in the industry. But I mean that in the sense that some things are for some people and some types of work are for a particular type of person. So today I wanted to discuss everything that you should know before you jump into a career as a software engineer. Alright, first things first, let's dispel a couple of myths. If you think software engineering only looks something like this, then you're probably in for a rude awakening, because while those days do exist, it's sometimes a little less glamorous than that. I'm done. So more clearly, if you want to be a software engineer, you must be prepared to endure long, mechanical, sometimes grind-heavy days with code. Very similar to how a writer may have amazing spurts of creativity, then followed by painful and stagnant stages of writer's block, you too, as a software engineer, will have amazing days where you build entire systems and applications in a single workday, and then horrible ones where one bug will keep you up for the whole work week. More importantly, sometimes your work can feel a little immobile or rigid. At a lot of these tech companies, roles are diversified and broken down such that one team focuses on one thing at a time. So if you're hired as a software engineer, chances are you'll be working on a single product in a single programming language. And there can be a sense of monotony to your work, depending on the place that you end up, and you should be ready for that. Now granted, if you choose the right team in the right area of work, then you'll be fine, you'll never encounter this, but you should be aware that for many software engineers, this is a reality. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you really want to excel at your work, you may have to spend your free time learning new technologies and programming languages. As a software engineer, one of the most important things to showing your value is not only having a specialty, but also to retain a level of versatility when it comes to moving teams, picking up new projects, or fitting seamlessly into new roles. And because most of your daily work involves working on a single product in a single programming language, this means that you're going to have to spend your free time working on new technologies, picking up different tasks, and working on new projects if you want to diversify and spread yourself out. Again, this isn't for everyone, but it's something to be very aware of. Those were the 3 biggest pieces of advice that I have, and I can even say after all of those drawbacks, I still love my work, because at the end of the day, it comes down to the work that you're doing and the company that employs you. If there's one thing that you should take away from this video, it's that all software engineering positions are not created equal. If you work somewhere and you ever feel like your work isn't meaningful enough or that you're not learning enough, then you should leave, plain and simple. Being a software engineer is an incredible privilege and an amazing opportunity, but there are real drawbacks for real people. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. This is why things like engineering burnout exist, and you see software engineers that are leaving the industry after a year or 2 because they realize that the work really isn't for them. And while I don't mean to scare you off or convince you otherwise, all I'm saying is that you should know what you're getting into. It's an incredible profession, and I hope many of you are inspired and charged to go pursue it, but always add a sense of realism to it, and I hope that we can together remove the halo that seems to surround software engineering. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so appreciative of your viewership. If you're new, my name is Nikhil Reddy. I make videos like this all the time. Please subscribe, shout me out on social media, but most importantly, I will see you guys in the next one.